Azriel first was named, says shout out to the 90% of black women making six figures, yet still bless us with their presence by dating and acknowledging our dusty existence as black men.
A dusty.
This dusty man.
Dusty men.
Broke and dusty men.
You have a dusty man.
You look dusty.
We'd be so lost without you, Lord have mercy. Yeah, you know what's funny, Azriel, man? I hear two conflicting arguments. First, I'll hear black women and women in general. They'll say, you know, hey, we doing better, we making more money. Well, black women say that they think that they're making more money than black men. So I'm like, if you guys feel that you make more money than us, then what are you complaining about? So you want us to make more money than you, even though you're making more money than us? That makes no sense. So I'm like, you guys want to believe that you make more money than black men, but then you still want black men who are poorer than you to foot the bill for everything. The responsibility falls on you if you guys make more money than black men, right?
Many women say they are finding it very hard to find a man who makes as much as they do. A study by Cornell University found that the country's declining marriage rate is due to the lack of financially eligible bachelors. Women are actually outpacing men with education, and this is changing the age-old mentality that men are the breadwinners. In turn, the gig or small gigs economy and lack of good jobs out there have left the ladies single and disgruntled. And researchers say they are seeing a trend of women dating down, which means, a man who
dating down.
Disgruntled.
Dating
This
down.
is just the reality of it. So women, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. We're going to hold off until we get that great job, really career driven.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
So, okay.
Go ahead, love doctor.
All right. So before, right, it was okay when the man made more money to be the one to buy everything, to do, treat you and all this other kind of stuff. And now that you make more money, you can't be that one.
The responsibility falls on you if you guys make more money than black men, right?
And now that you make more money, you can't be that one. Right? You can't be the one to pay for the meal and because you're dating down.
I have a feeling, though, that some of the issue here is that it may be the psyche of the men, that when they make less, they are insecure and it can
this
affect their
report is
relationship.
about the women complaining about the fact that
they don't
now
have.
I got to get
So
a guy.
I guess my question would be: so are these women expecting the men to cover everything? They want those breadwinners, so they.
That's what it sounds like to me by this particular study. I have to date down now. Mm-hmm. What is that? You wanted to make more money, you make more money. What's the if there is a responsibility with making more money? First of all, I don't believe in any of it. But if there's a responsibility that comes with making more money, accept it. You're gonna find many men out there that makes as much as you do.
And my point is, so now you're going to, because we hear so much about women that are like, oh, there's nobody out there, there's no one out there, I can't find love, I'm getting too old. Now you're going to sacrifice the fact that you could find that love because the man's not making that much money, and you're going to date down?
All right.
No,
They're robbing us. I have a feeling this is going to be our morning rush extra.
I can do bad by myself.
I can do bad by myself. I can do bad by myself.
Left to say. All right, time now, 5:11.
So it's conflicting arguments. Either there's a pay gap, in regards to gender, and you guys want to make more or you make more than us. Which is it? Because it's confusing. And then you say you want this soft life, and who's going to provide it? If you make more money, then you can provide a soft life for yourself. You don't need a man to do that, right? But that soft life is based around a man providing that type of lifestyle for you. And that's the thing that a lot of women, they miss out. Because, like I said before, it's not a flex to provide a soft life for yourself. So if you have to spend all this money on bags and trying to buy a high-rise apartment that costs you $4,000 a month, you buying the jewelry by yourself, you taking yourself on trips, I don't think that would be the flex as you guys think it would be. I think the better flex would be having your husband provide you a soft life, like that. And there's a woman getting cooked on TikTok right now. I think her name is A Kept Wife. And this is one thing me and my old boys talk about again. I don't think older women sit in the conversations when younger women talk about y'all, because that woman, the kept wife, they posted her on Spiritual Word. They was pissed off at her because she was like, I don't know why people think are under the impression that I struggle just because I have kids. And she was like, no, I got a nanny. I got a chef Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I, buy whatever I want. My husband provides whatever I need. She lives a soft life. And I thought that would be a good thing. And then went in the comments and they was pissed off because she was basically saying, hey, ladies, it's your fault. You need to pick better.
Y'all know what's crazy? Society is so used to single moms, even married single moms, that when I used to tell people that I have toddlers and I'm a stay-at-home wife, the number one thing they used to always say is, oh my God, I bet your hands are so full. I bet that's so busy for you. And I didn't want to tell them the truth, that I'm spoiled as hell and I have tons of help. Because 9 times out of 10, they'll also say, well, I have 3 kids of my own, so I know how difficult it is. And the whole time they're trying to project their situation onto me, I'm thinking in my head, well, dang, you probably should have got knocked up by somebody else. But I have to stand there and smile and nod and pretend I know what it's like to be a mother that just has a difficult life. But I can't relate. I'm spoiled as hell. I do whatever I want to do. Heck, I'm about to head to the spa right now. I don't clean my own house. I've never had restless nights. I've never had to change diapers by myself. I even hired somebody recently to come cook for us on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm just spoiled. I have an easy life. Kids are not. And that's because I made the right decision on who I laid down and got pregnant by. My husband and I planned our kids. And the number one thing I told him before I even got pregnant was I'm not going to be one of those stay-at-home moms that are miserable as hell, stuck in the house with kids. And you know what my husband said? Live your best life, beautiful. Anywhere you want to go or anything you want to do, you can do it. You want to go on spa dates, you want to go hang out with your friends, you want to go shopping, by all means, you are free to do that. That's the beautiful thing about marrying an older, mature, understandable man. He loves how spoiled I am. He don't think that a woman's place is just to look miserable and battered in the house.
And they got pissed off at her ass. So, but all in all, that's a flex. She's not coming out of her pocket to provide herself a soft life. Her husband is doing it. So that's what women are looking for, right? But how do you get that soft life? You have to be a certain type of woman. First of all, you got to be in shape. Shout out to Risa Tisa. She tried, and now the Breakfast Club and Charlamagne the God and Jess Hilarious got to apologize for speaking the truth. And bigger women have said this multiple times. I've shared videos about this where, bigger women, they complain about what happens to them on the dating market. What's the YouTube channel? It's called Manosphere Highlights Daily. I know you guys are familiar with that channel. Very good channel. About 2 years ago, they did maybe 2 videos about the dating experiences of overweight women. And it wasn't them talking. It was actually overweight women. They had a compilation of those ladies explaining the struggles that they go through on the dating market.
I hate dating. I have zero desire to go out on dates.
A lot of guys tend to think we're very easy, and I believe it's because a lot of big girls are easy.
They kind of view us as people with like lower self-esteem, so they feel like they can get away with a lot more. So I kind of feel like that happens to us more than anyone else.
Like they don't think we're gonna catch on.
Because we're insecure. I feel like there's a reason why they're gonna assume this, because most girls are gonna, go along with it. I don't blame them. I also was a very insecure girl. I'm not gonna say I'm completely confident now, but I'm getting there.
Go out with somebody and you're cute enough to want to hook up with, you're cute enough to, get along with, you're cute enough to friend zone, but you're not cute enough to date. And that's the most heartbreaking thing ever. I've been through that one too many times.
Are you under the impression because I'm fat, I'm down to is that what it is?
I am not willing to go out with, talk to, meet up with any guy who essentially puts off the vibe that he's only interested in having sex with me.
Ready to bust it wide open for you? Is that what it is? I'm confused.
Of course, like every guy I've talked to online, it always resorted into sex.
Because that is not going to happen anytime soon. I'm really just on those apps for the dating potential. Like if I date somebody, I date somebody. If I don't, I don't. But I'm not into hooking up with people.
I want someone where I know they really like me for me, like my personality, my mind, everything.
I don't get it. Yeah, that's just my question. And I've seen videos and I've seen comments that, oh yeah, guys, there's a lot of guys that like plus size girls. There's a lot of guys that like plus size, and they're not ashamed. They don't mind saying that. But you never see them with any. Ever.
And if that means I'm single for another 2 years, then that's what it is. Because the person that is for me is gonna take me right now at being a little over 300 pounds. Because then in the future when I look at you, I can say you deserve me now at my best. Because this isn't my best. My best is yet to come. But you should earn and deserve me at my best. And that's the problem. A lot of people don't want to put the work.
You know, guys calling them after midnight, you know, don't want to be seen with them in public. These are things that, you know, that's on YouTube. So instead of going off on men for stating the obvious, just go on YouTube and ask bigger women. You know, and I know some bigger women be like, man, I can pull men all the time. Like, what does that mean? What does you can pull men mean? Sex? Yeah. But what is your experience on the dating market? Like Kevin Samuels used to say, he would ask the women, when was the last time you've been on a proper date?
When was the last time you had a proper date? I mean, the last time a man said, hey, Lori, I would love to take you out to American Cut next Friday. I got reservations at 8:00. I'll pick you up. We're going to have a great time. And he drives you over to the shops at Buckhead. Valet. The valet opens the door. He walks in there holding your hand, or arm in arm. You have a great table in the middle of the room. And they come over and you get a bottle of wine. You order whatever. You order the filet and the salad. He orders the porterhouse. When's the last time you had a proper date? You leave the date, valet picks you up, you get in the car, he drives you home, walks you to your door, kiss goodnight, and then he pieces out. Some of you have never had this, but you can Netflix and chill. They swing by and they got, you know, the 12 tenders for $10.99 from Popeyes. See, if you don't have proper dates, that means these guys probably don't want to be seen with you in public.
When's the last time a man pulled up to valet and they came and opened your door, and you as a bigger woman, you stepped out, you know, out of some exotic car, and this man took you to Mastro's or, you know, Steak 48 or something like that? When was the last time that happened? And, you know, and yes, they have outliers. We understand that. It's cool. But we're talking about your real life experience. Pulling a man in regards to sex is not good enough. And I think Black women need to make that a standard. Just because you can have sex with the type of men that you want, that doesn't mean that it looks favorably upon you. So that standard needs to be, hey man, if I'm gonna, you know, have sex with a guy, at least let me be in a committed relationship first. And this is coming from me, a man. This doesn't benefit us because as the dating market stands now, women don't require that. So it benefits men. If men can just go out on the dating market, meet a woman, show her a good time, take her out, you know, again, the grass wall, and he gets to have sex with her with no commitment. And then when she catches feelings, that question of what are we comes up, and he's like, hey, we just chilling. And now you looking stupid. And you didn't ask him questions, nor did you require a commitment. So commitment, you know, relationship wise, or marriage, it's got to be something. And that marriage thing, I just did an hour-long 2-part video of that, where these women be trying to use celibacy as a, you know, as a way to manipulate men on the dating market. I think I explained it enough to where you guys understand. So I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah, it's something to think about. So ask bigger women what their experiences, are on the dating market. You don't need men to tell you that. Go to the source. It's not me saying this. It's the actual women. Don't listen to men. Listen to those women. They'll tell you, right? So yeah, don't get pissed off at me. I'm listening to them. How else would I be able to speak on this if I just came out here, with my opinion? I don't date bigger women, so I wouldn't know. But if they tell me and they telling everybody on the dating market, that's to tell you something.